A keynote address in the Gombe State Security Summit. 2, I am to commission Operation Hadin, which His Excellency has provided with logistics support of communication and vehicles to the security agencies and the other volunteer agencies to curb crime and criminality. 3, it is also to serve as a familiarization visit for me, because since I assumed office as the Inspector General of Police, I have not been able to come here. And fourthly, I want to speak to my men, the police of Gombe State, on issues bordering the policing democracy. We are about going into full-blown 2023 election preparations. We need to know our roles in the new 2022 Act as regards to the role of the police and other security agencies in the upcoming election. I will also take opportunity to speak to them on general police norms and values. Your Excellency and Your Royal Highness have been able to achieve 2 of these feats yesterday. The summit has been opened. The vehicle, the security outfit had been commissioned. And today, I will proceed to do the other 2. But it is the tradition of any visiting personality to pay you a courtesy call in your palace. I've seen you in the government house. I've been treated here yesterday evening. To what I have seen, I can only remember my childhood. What I have seen yesterday as a honor, as a mark of honor, the daba I have seen is something I have seen during my childhood. I've not seen it for a very long time, and I feel honored, I feel blessed, and I feel being one of you to have been entertained with such a honor. I'm sure this type of courtesy or reception should be given to somebody like maybe head of state or vice president, as I have heard yesterday. So I am highly delighted, and may God reward you abundantly. May God extend your reign. May you live long. May you make it possible for your subjects to see many of your hospitality, generosity, kindness, and what have you. From the entertainment we have seen yesterday, there is the one that, if I didn't say it, many people might not have known. I have taken lunch, dinner, and breakfast from the palace. My lunch and dinner and breakfast, I think, is capable of feeding a small local government in one of those small states. I think it is my honor to thank you immensely on behalf of all those who have eaten the food, because I am not the only one that ate. Even those I met in Gombe have come to join me in eating the food, drinking the nono, and also we have even done takeaway. So Your Excellency, His Royal Highness has treated us like you did, and we cannot say much more than what we have said, or what I have said. Your Excellency, the traditional institution is part and parcel of crime prevention and control. Anywhere you go in northern Nigeria, it is easy for you to know that the traditional institution or the traditional palace is where law and order is being maintained, is where law and order is being dictated, is where law and order is even made. That is why in most places you see the court, the prison, the police station are very close to the palace. We've not been able to take away this. We rather entrench it by always looking for our traditional fathers to support us as a stakeholder in crime prevention and control. The obedience, the loyalty I have seen yesterday has shown that even if indirect rule has not come or it has gone, we still have our royal fathers as our guide and as an institution where citizens respect. And that is why in community policing, which is a new method of partnering with the community, we have made our traditional fathers the fathers and the patrons of community policing. Community policing is nothing more than coming together to do policing by all. In those days, our Bulamas, Lawans, or can I call them village heads, ward heads, district heads, are the one that easily will tell you so person is an unwanted person in our place of endeavor. We allow this kind of privilege and authority to have disappeared, and that is why today we are living in a situation where we don't even know our next neighbor. We want to encourage our royal fathers to go back to basis with our encouragement and support to ensure that we police our community very well. All these bad acts are not coming from somewhere. It is within our society. They are sons and daughters, they are our children, they are our grandchildren, and so forth. We must inculcate norms and values that bequeath loyalty, obedience, and good behavior. I also want to sincerely thank Governor Mohammed Inuaya Haya, Namajing Gombe, for his support to the traditional institution and to the security agencies. The security agencies cannot work only by what we have been given as budgetary allocation by the federal government. The state is part and parcel of giving us more logistics support so that we can function effectively. I also want to urge our royal father that recruitment into the Nigeria police is on. We have the directive of Mr. President that the 774 local governments in Nigeria must have representation in the Nigeria police. I may not know how many local governments you have in Gombe. 11. So it is our expectation that in all the 11 local governments, we must take sons and daughters who will be trained as police officers and return back to these local governments to come and work. We believe there is advantage in doing that, because if you bring those who know your culture, your norm, your value, your religion, the nooks and crannies, the human beings around them, it is easier for them to police than bringing somebody from somewhere to come and police here. We want to introduce this method, just like the local authority police, so that when you are looking for a bad egg, can be easily identified. When you are looking for where to hide, they can easily tell you the forest in Gombe, where bad eggs can easily go and so forth. So the advantage of having these people back to the local government cannot be underestimated. We have just finished training 10,000, and we are in the verge of taking in another 10,000. That will increase our population by 20,000. Everybody will. But if we don't send our sons and daughters, then sons and daughters from another place will come and police us, and that will not be in our interest. So we urge you to encourage the young ones who have interest in law enforcement to come and be with us so that we can police together the society. Your Excellency, our Revered Royal Father, it is also our expectation that during this my outing, I will be able to speak to policemen. I'm not going to speak to them because they have not been taught what police duties are, but it's just like the imam or the pastor that will go into the church and mosque to preach. They will preach, but not that they will tell you what you have never heard. They can only remind you. So it is my responsibility to remind police officers in Gombe what is expected to them, what is expected of them, what the society expects of them, and what they need to do to live with the people vis-a-vis their responsibility. I will take my time to also inspect some of the facilities with a view to see how I can recommend their upgrade. Gombe is a town that is known for commercial activities. It is a town that is known to have businesses of various kinds. Here in the north, I think it's next to Kano, and therefore we expect policing with humility, policing with human faith, policing with professionalism, and policing with the necessary logistics to ensure that people go about their lawful businesses. Your Excellency, our Royal Father, without boring you much, I want to once again thank our Royal Father for the mini daba that I have seen yesterday, because I was told this was just something small that I have seen. I do not know what will happen if I have the privilege of seeing the big one. Maybe I will follow head of state one day when it will be prepared for them. I am also honored by His Excellency to have also witnessed a gala night yesterday where the culture and tradition of Gombe people has been displayed, either in singing or in dancing. That I have also seen. That had also reminded me of my childhood, like I said, when I saw some of the dressings and some of the cavalry that those entertainers wore in their body. Only Abu say Gombe. This is true talk. You have said the right thing. So I want to once again thank you, Your Excellency and Your Royal Father, for all the honor that you have bestowed on my personality, and also the entire police family had enjoyed and also feel honored for what had happened yesterday. Alhamdulillah, thank you very much.
Alhamdulillah, that was a remark by our August visitor, the IGP Usman Baba Al-Kali, and he has spoken at length for what the Gombe State Governor and the Emir of Gombe have done to him in his honor. The visitor might wish to note that the governor and the kind of emir we have are the leaders that have their community at heart. The governor, as you can see, in the 3 years of his existence, quite a number of human-oriented projects were conceived and implemented, which are too numerous to mention, but they can speak for themselves. And the governor has been an all-rounder in terms of infrastructural development, economic development, social investment, collaborating with donor partners to ensure that Gombe develops. This time around, he has come and intervened into improving the security of Gombe State community. When you come to the other side, when you talk of the Emir of Gombe, we initially told you that he runs a humanitarian foundation which today caters for the well-being and livelihood of thousands of children, some in public schools, some in Almajiri schools. The foundation also facilitated the construction of water boreholes in some low-income earners community. At the same time, healthcare facilities in some suburb communities here in Gombe. In a situation whereby a governor of such type and an emir of this kind of attitudes meet, Gombe, sky is the limit for Gombe when it's come to development. Without taking much of the time, at this point in time, the leader of this delegation is the governor, and so much have been said. Quite a number of activities have been conducted, ranging from the mini Daba yesterday to the gala night yesterday. Now the governor accompanied the IGP to this revered Emir's Palace. In one way or two, the governor may have 1 or 2 words to say before we invite the Emir of Gombe to deliver his remark. Your Excellency, the governor.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وصلى الله على نبي الكريم وبعد. The Inspector General of Police, IGP Usman Baba Al-Kali, the Commissioner of Police, Gombe State, and other top echelons who are in this esteemed delegation of the IGP, my dear friends, Alaji Abdul Salam Gashash and Maina, Your Royal Highness, the Emir of Gombe, our father, our leader, Alaji Dr. Abubakar Shaw Abubakar, members of the Emirate Council, other traditional title holders, and other members of this very highly esteemed palace, members of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, there's no lady. We are not being gender sensitive. A very good morning to all of us. I breached protocol by joining the IGP to come to this place. It should have been his own function. But it became very necessary for me to do so for several reasons. One, when he came yesterday, he went straight to business. So he did not pay a formal courtesy on me as a governor, but he paid courtesy for me as a person and as a friend. So no member of the cabinet was in my office, only the SSG and some few of my colleagues who are working with me in the government. And straight from there, we went for the function. The pledging off of the Peace and Security Summit and the subsequent program of the unveiling of Operation Hadin Kai and several more. But what thrilled us most, myself and the IG, was the way and manner His Royal Highness welcomed our guest with dignity and honor. The special daba that the IGP was treated to is really something to be reckoned with, something to reckon with, and we thank His Royal Highness for all that he did. At this point in time, I seize the opportunity, like he said, he killed 4 birds or more with the functions or by his visit. But I think there is one more thing that he should have added, that he came back home. I mentioned yesterday, I got to know IGP Al-Ghali through my late friend, our uncle, late Lamido Ahmed, by 1982. And on several occasions, even before joining the police force, Al-Ghali Baba used to come to visit us in Gombe. And we maintained that relationship. And for those that don't know, even the palace is not a new place for him, because on some occasions we used to come and go and greet the Emir, late Emir, our father, and our mother. So we welcome you. This occasion, my own stand here is to welcome you belatedly and to equally thank you and to bid bye to you on behalf of the good people of Gombe State, particularly the people of Gombe Metropolitan and His Royal Highness the Emir of Gombe. We really feel good. We shall never forget this wonderful gesture of the IGP, and I can guarantee each and every one of us that IGP Baba, with the way I know him and his conduct and the attention, will ever go with the memory of this event and will continuously provide the necessary support and security that Gombe State needs, because this is his home too. On behalf of my humble self, the government and the people of Gombe, the IGP, I want to thank you for finding time to come. I want to thank you for identifying with us, and I want to thank you for joining us in this very arduous task of providing security to our good people. And I pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will take you back safely. As you round up with the 2 or 3 engagements that you have to do, I will straight go back to the council chamber, because I have a function. We are going to hold a state executive council meeting. So from here, I'll bid you bye. I pray that God Almighty will take you back to Abuja safely. And I pray that as you steer the ship of the Nigerian policing, God will provide you cover, God will protect you, and God will guide your way so that you succeed, because your success is the success of Nigeria and its people. God bless you, and goodbye as you live. Your Majesty, we thank you for all you did, and we thank each and every one of us here for the wonderful hospitality and good gesture you give to our guests and to our humble self. Thank you so very much, Your Majesty.
Alhamdulillah, that was a remark by His Excellency the Governor, Muhammadu Inouye Gombe. As you always used to say, at this point in time, za mu gaici shi mai martaba ya gabatar da nasa jawabi.
Inspector General of Police, the Commissioner of Police, the IGs, sauran jama'a assalamu alaikum. Magana zai dawo brief a lokaci. To na farko dai bayanan zai dawo guda ɗaya zuwa biyu uku shine bayani akan godiya wa shi mai girma gwamna da kuma inspector general of police. To a kullum muka samu dama irin haka muna nuna godiya, ma'ana kuma shine yanda Gombe ta samu ci gaba da fiye da ko'ina a Najeriya. To kullum kuma muna tattaunawa da mai girma gwamna. Wata tattaunawa mu shine yaya za a yi Gombe tafi ko'ina, ya za a yi Gombe kuma ta samu zaman lafiya. To wannan yana cikin kokari irin na shi mai girma gwamna, wanda jihar mu nan muna cikin inda muka fi ko'ina zaman lafiya, amma akwai abin da kuma kira proactive. To shi mai gwamna yana da hangen nesa, shine shirya wannan summit din wanda a namu it is first of its kind in the country. Akan a zo a zauna a yi hangen nesa a tattauna matsaloli da suke faruwa, sannan kuma wasu su koyi daga wurin mu. To wannan kullum ni na fi kowa jin daɗi kuma ni ina godiya. Shi aiji kuma nan gida ne, kuma akwai alaƙa kyakkyawa tsakani kun sama da shekara 40. Shi ɗan gida ne. To kuma abinda muka masa jiya kamar yadda muka faɗa shugaban ƙasa ake yawa, amma kasawancin shi ɗan gida ko masoyi, to kuma dole a masa irin wannan karamawa. Sannan kuma a tarihi aiji bai taɓa zuwa Gombe kwana ba sai a kanka. So haka fa tarihi a Gombe kuma kana cikin tarihi wani in an zo rubutawa ka zo Gombe ka kwana ka kuma na so da kuma ƙauna. Sannan kuma na so in tabbatar maka mutanenka na police a nan a Gombe muna zama da su lafiya, suna kokari kuma duk abin da dace a yi ana yi, kuma Gombe tana zaune lafiya. So wannan shi cikin jawabi da zan yi saboda babu lokaci. So muna kuma godiya wa girma gwamna da kuma aiji da kuma Allah kuma kiyaye hanya. Assalamu alaikum.